This vacuum actually transforms itself while it's cleaning. Meet the Mova V50 Ultra Complete Robotic Vacuum and Mop. Now this is the first vacuum that I've seen that adapts to your home like a living, breathing, cleaning machine. In today's video, we're going to quickly unbox it, get it set up, so many features to go over. We're going to jump right into it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Let's go. Now, before we dive in, I want to give a big shout out to Mova for sponsoring this video. Now, even though this is a sponsored review, all the thoughts and opinions are completely of my own. Now, first, let's take a look at the contents inside the box. Now, in the box, you'll find everything that you need to get this up and running. Now, first thing I notice is that we get a ton of extras here. We get a ton of extra mop pads. 12 mop pads total to be exact, which means you'll never be short of replacement. We also have 2 extra dust bags, bottles of cleaning solution, as well as pet deodorizer, 3 extra dust box filters, an extra set of main brushes, as well as 2 extra side brushes. Now, I've done a lot of robotic vacuum cleaner videos, and this is by far the most accessories I've ever seen in one box. Now, below that, you're going to have a ramp for the base station, as well as the 2 magnetic mop pads that's going to snap on and off easily. And finally, we're going to get the star of the show, the V50 itself. Now, first thing I like to do is install the mop pads. What's nice is that they are magnetic detachable, like I said. So if you just want a vacuum only run, it will leave the mop pad at the base station, and this essentially is going to save battery and just makes for smoother navigation. The overall design feels sleek, premium. This is surprisingly compact. Too many different sensors to go over, but this has radar, it does have obstacle avoidance sensors, mop sensors, so a lot of different technology built in. Next is the base station. On the top, you're gonna have the clean tank as well as the dirty tank. Pretty self-explanatory. And behind the front panel is gonna be the dual compartment auto solution dispenser. Additionally, you're gonna have the pre-installed dust bag, and everything is organized, slips right in, and just makes for a really compact footprint. The first thing, we are gonna get the actual ramp installed. We're gonna get the power wrapped around the storage. We do have a power cord storage area in the back, which I do appreciate. Get those installed. We're also gonna fill up the clean water tank just to get this started. As far as the dual cleaning solution tank, it does have an A and a B. A is a little bit larger than the B, so I put the normal cleaning solution in that one, fill it all the way up, and the smaller one, I put the pet deodorizer. Now, if you're someone who have pets, this is going to be a game changer. It doesn't just clean it, it actually neutralizes odors, so your floors stay fresh and your home stay clean. For anyone with dogs, cats, or even messy kids, this is going to be clutch. Let's jump into the main features of the Mova V50, and let's start out with the suction power. Now, to really push the suction system, I set up 3 completely different messes. First one is going to be ground coffee beans, so this is going to be super fine, almost powdery. These tends to stick and grout and floor cracks, which makes it tough for normal vacuum. Next, we have the oatmeal flakes. Now, this is a light mess and the kind of stuff that usually blows around. And lastly, we have the popcorn kernels. This is representing the heavier debris, and these are all scattered just to see how the vacuum handles each situation. Now, in this test, the V50 powers through all of them in one single pass. Almost nothing gets left behind, not in the cracks, not in the edges. That's the strength of its 24,000 Pascal suction power. From the lightest dust to the heaviest debris, it doesn't just pick it up, it deep cleans it, and it does have AI features built in where it detects if something's left behind and will go ahead and go back to that item. And of course, this isn't just about vacuum. The V50 is also a really good mop. And to prove this, I poured out coffee, I let it dry for a little bit. I also poured out red juice on the floor. I let them sit for about an hour and a half. So some of it's dry, some of it's wet. So this is going to give us a real indication of how this will clean. Now, this test, I was really impressed. Now, instead of smearing it like some other robotic mops, the dual mop system actually scrubs, absorbs, and cleaned really effectively. And I think the reason why this does such a great job mopping is because there's an option within the application that lets you mop with warm water. So this is the first that I've seen on a robotic cleaner. We know that that's going to help lift up debris, lift up dust, lift up stains off the ground. So I think this is a key part why this did such a great job. Now in this test, I did set it to do 2 passes, so clean the area twice, but honestly it did such a great job after 1 pass that I ended up just canceling the second pass. The vacuum is not just wiping, it's actively cleaning for sticky spills, kids messes, or even pet accidents. This thing will be able to handle it. Now the V50 also comes with dual mechanical brush and mop pad. So what this means is that the mop and the brush will extend out to get those hard to reach areas. So corners are usually where robotic vacuums fail, but the dual mechanical edge mops extend outward to reach those tricky spots. Now watching it methodically sweep along the baseboards or into the tight corners, this was really impressive. What this does, it ensures that it gets those hard to reach places and nothing's left behind, even in those spaces that you normally have to clean with your hands. Now over to where I think most robotic vacuums fail, and this is picking up hair, whether it's pet hair or human hair. Now the triple anti-tangling system should make sure that everything's picked up, but if you have pets or long hair, you know the pain of untangling hairs off brushes. So I did set this up to stress test with a lot of synthetic hair, way more than you'll ever see realistically, and just wanted to see how this will do under harsh conditions. Now even after so much hair that was put down on the carpet, the triple anti-tangling system kept the brushes mostly free of hair. Most of it went straight into the dustbin, and I was actually surprised. And this is what makes it truly pet friendly. Less maintenance, less frustration, and of course less untangling hairs from the brushes. Now as far as obstacle avoidance and general navigation, the V50 is going to do a great job. Whether it's going around furniture, obstacles around your house like shoes, extension cords, it's going to do a great job navigating those obstacles. It has an option where it will show you a picture of what that obstacle is. Of course this is something that you have to turn on for privacy reasons. As you can see, I do have the different obstacles laid out. It was able to vacuum and mop with no issues. But this takes it a lot further. Let's talk about the StepMaster system. This is what allows the vacuum to essentially transform. Now the expandable wheels lift it up to overcome obstacles like thresholds, door edges, furniture legs, or step ups up to 2.6 inches tall. Now in my test I did set up a foldable table on the floor just to demonstrate that step up. In some cases you might have a floor that's lower or higher, and this will kind of represent what that will look like. Also set up a broomstick across the floor, and this should kind of replicate what the robot would have to do if you had a high door edge that it had to step over to get into another room. Now this did a great job just getting on top of the table, as you can see there. So if there's an obstacle like the table, like I have it laid out, it will clean around that obstacle first, then it will climb on top of the table or on top of the obstacle, clean that area, then it will come back down and go back to the base station. Now same thing with the broomstick, as you can see, cleaned on one side, then decided, hey, it's time to jump over this to get to the other side, climbed over the other side, and then cleaned the other side before returning to the base station. Now very cool that in the app you can even choose how it climbs over these obstacles, so you can synchronize the wheels to climb at the same time, or you can set up the option to where it climb one side at a time. Tested both of them work really well. And even in the application, you can go on your map, you can pick areas where those obstacles exist, and then you can put different obstacles. That way the vacuum will know exactly where they are and how to best navigate them. Very cool integration into the system. Now let's talk about lifting LDS laser navigation, or FlexRise. Now the V50 uses a lifting LDS laser sensor to adjust as it moves, so it lifts high when it needs to map large spaces, but it lowers down when it can glide on the furniture as short as 89 millimeters. In any home, that means that it can get on the bed, sofas, even low cabinets, and in cases most robots will pretty much ignore. So for me, I noticed that on some of my furniture I had low bars hanging, so it did a great job in those spaces. As you can see in the living room, it vacuumed first and it came back to those areas to finish up. But also my cabinets in my kitchen, those are low, and what I noticed is that it cleaned the open areas first, and it came back to those low line areas to finish the job. Really great addition, because because in those tight to reach spaces, a lot of vacuums, the radar sensor will get stuck and the vacuum will just ignore it and go back to the base station. Now, another great feature that I think is overlooked in these cleaners is when these cleaners have to go from hard surface to carpet, if it's mopping, it needs to know that it's going to carpet and that it shouldn't essentially mop the carpet. And this is where the CleanLift triple lift system comes into play. Now, the V50 UC automatically lifts the mop pads using its CleanLift triple lift system. Now that way the carpet stays dry while the hard floor still get a deep scrub. Now with mixed flooring, maybe you have a rug down, you don't have to babysit or set these zones manually. It just knows where the carpet is. The sensors will detect the carpet and it will automatically adjust to make sure the carpet only gets vacuumed. Now let's go over to the base station. This is the true definition of self-maintenance. Once the cycle is done, it will essentially go clean itself in the home station. Now the dock uses 80 degrees Celsius hot water or 176 degrees Fahrenheit to sanitize the mop pad. So this means that every cleaning session starts with fresh, disinfected mop pads, no bacteria, no odor, no buildup. Now the system also has an optimized washboard with 20 spray nozzles that evenly distribute water for better scrubbing, plus a central filter that will collect dirt, which makes maintenance easy. Now as far as the application is where everything's going to come together. With the app, you can see real-time mapping, you can schedule daily or weekly cleanings, you can set your no-go zones, those obstacles you can also set, just everything built in. And like I said, even with the maps, you can do different things with your room. You can combine rooms, divide rooms, rename rooms, you can select what type of flooring is in room. So you can also adjust suction and mop intensity depending on the mess, or even send it to clean specific rooms, or you can set up different zones for it to clean. So much flexibility within the application. The app also integrates with smart assistants like your Alexa and Google Home. However, you don't even have to connect it to your smart homes to use your voice to control this system. Hey Mova.
I'm here.
Clean kitchen.
Okay, start to clean the kitchen. Make sure the door is open.
Hey Mova.
I'm here.
Clean bathroom.
Okay, start to clean the bathroom.
Hey Mova.
I'm here.
Go back to dock.
Okay, heading back to charge.
So I've been testing the Mova V50 UC for the past couple weeks. This is not just another robot vacuum. It's a complete cleaning solution. Has incredible suction, real mopping power, smart navigation, pet-friendly design, and even self-cleaning mop pads at 176 degrees Fahrenheit. This is built for real home and real messes. Now, if you're interested, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description. And with the 29% off this fall Prime Day, October 7th and 8th, you don't want to miss out. Definitely go ahead and check it out if you're interested. So let me know what you think of the V50 in the comment section. Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.